Hello there and welcome back. Welcome back with a little bit of a kind of warning, just in case you're not into your spiders and your creepy crawlies. I'm letting you know now, because we have got the most amazing collection to share with you, all from lovely Kellyanne and, of course, Crafty as a Fox.
Oh, it's so nice to be back, and I'm so excited to do Halloween because it's my favourite time of the year.
Well, last time I was working with you, you were really excited about bringing this to us. I know that it's, everybody's going to love exactly what you bring because you're so passionate about it. But I must show you some of the things that have been created with this fabulous collection. And we're talking all sorts of different elements with these stamps. We've got stencils, we've got dies, all in there as well. And incredible artwork. I mean, look at the realism of the spider. Incredible.
So I created him. When I was sketching him, I shared with my Facebook or my YouTube gang who watch me every week. And I was just like, is he too scary? Because I'm trying to make him a little bit cute because I still want him to be cute. And then when I was doing what's it called? The spider web, I must have drawn it about, I don't know, 15, 20 times before I was like, I'm happy with this one. This is how I want it to look. Yes.
But very cute. And I like the fact that we've got different sizes as well.
Yes, yeah. I wanted to be able to, so you could give a bit of depth. I wanted you to be able to layer stuff, just be really creative with all the items that are in each stamp set.
I love it. You've got elements that are going to be the main focal point, elements that you'll probably use beyond Halloween as well.
Well, this is it. Is some of the items that are actually in some of the stamp sets. So, for instance, the candle, that can be used for Christmas. And actually, one of the sentiments is, I'm thinking of you.
Yes.
So it's not just Halloween. And to be fair, like I was sharing with my guys, actually, my Christmas cards are going to be Halloween-y Christmas cards.
Well, this is it. I mean, if that's kind of the circle of your friends and your community, then absolutely. I mean, we see it, don't we, with steampunk weddings and all sorts of different things. So this is a nice one. I do like that drippy candle.
So I'm really pleased to share with you guys a lovely lady who I used to work with for sample making. Jane Robinson has agreed to help me out with some of my samples, and this is one of hers, and you'll see hers throughout the show. So she's done a great job, and throughout we'll see bits and bobs. But love this card, exactly what I envisaged. You've got the two different candle sizes. You can layer them up. You can do masking techniques. You can have them singly on their own.
Yeah.
Because they're an outline stamp, you can colour it how you wish to. So that could be watercolours, that could be alcohol markers, it could be splodges. I mean, totally up to you.
I love it. Really make it personal to you. Also, as well, you've got dies, you've got stencils as well, and I will show you all the elements in a moment. But what I will do is tell you that the price on the screen is not the price you are going to be paying. So that price is going to come down. The split pay is going to remain there. So that price, when it finishes at $74.99, you are safe in the knowledge that you will still be able to spread that cost over 2 payments. Everything will be sent on its way to you, so you don't have to wait till that second payment has been made, and it's all going to arrive in plenty of time for your Halloween makes.
I will make sure it's there before. I will make sure, don't worry.
I love that. Building up there using that stencil. So what are we getting within the bundle? Well, let me show you, because you've got everything that you can see in here. Now, we have got boards to go through to show you all the different components, but I love this. Now, your stencils, they come in packs of 3s.
They do. So each stencil set has 3 stencils. Sometimes they they relate to each other. Sometimes they're not. It's just what I am inspired by at the time. We do have one specific Halloween-y stencil set, which has the bats, and it has the kind of bats. It has the wonky tree. I've called it a wonky tree.
I like that. It's almost like a naked tree, isn't it? You can do what you like with it.
And it has like mummy wrappings.
Okay. So like the bandages.
Yes. So
Clever.
that's like the Halloween-y specific. But the other one has got some of our favourite like kind of textures, letters, numbers, and then I've got a tyre track in there. So they're just
wonderful.
Fun.
So let me show you the one with the bats and the mummy bandages in there. So this one is your stencil set. You've got number 21, 22 and 23 featuring in here. So that is in your bundle, but it is equally available by itself. So if you are a collector of Crafty Fox stencils, you'll know that when they come to you, they'll come in the pack, and they will all come with a little hole in the corner there, so you can put them all on a little kind of ring to keep them together if you wanted to. Love these. That is
fun, isn't it?
I mean, there's nothing spooky about it, but I can imagine you kind of stamp in different kind of sentiments and phrases.
So one of the samples that Jane, the pinky one, look how cleverly she's used that.
This one?
Yeah, so look at...
Oh, yes,
so
I didn't even notice that.
I know, but how beautifully that's been incorporated.
That's so clever.
I mean, I wouldn't have even thought about that. So I'm so grateful
that looks
she
amazing.
stepped in.
I must admit, I do love the bats as well.
Yeah, and they work well, don't they?
Don't they just? And the bats are included in that trio, as you can see there. So the details are on the screen if you do want to shop for that one as a set by itself, so $10.99. The other stencil pack that we've got for you is this one, which is $18, $19 and $20. I haven't done them in order, but never mind. It doesn't matter. Does it matter? These are going to be useful.
So that's it, is they are so useful. I use like letters and numbers all the time in my projects because they're really good little background pieces when you're doing your stenciling. And with the tire track, I just really liked it and was like, actually, that's really kind of industrial, a bit grungy.
Yeah.
And that's going to look really good on some projects.
Absolutely, yeah. Love it. You can imagine that in all sorts of different colourways, get really, really effective. But let's start talking about dies, because I showed you that stenciled background just a few moments ago. Well, the dies and the stamps that we've got in this set are phenomenal, starting off with this character.
Yes, my skelly bones. So I was, as a kid, so I'm always inspired by something odd. And as a kid, I used to watch this cartoon called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And they had this Grim Reaper character who was the man, and he was brilliant. So when I was designing him, I had him in mind. Obviously, it's not the same because he's very different to this. But in my mind, if I was to draw him, this is what he would look like.
Okay.
So, yeah, and he was then born.
I love it.
It's so much fun. So much fun.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you're going to get the different components in there. The die itself, really good sizable piece. You've got the ability to cut in and cut out as well, because you've got the outline in there. So very useful. That one, I can imagine using that one in multiple ways, actually.
Both of them, literally, there are multiple ways you can use it. It's just really good fun.
Absolutely.
And like, if you love Halloween, why wouldn't you?
There you go. Now, if you like the idea of getting hold of that one by itself, it's $10.99, but it is in the bundle that we've been introducing to you as well. So there you go. Good size character, as you can see. And, of course, those bones you can play around with. I do like the crossed idea with it as well. Another one that you might like to add in if you're not going for the full bundle is this one. This is beautiful.
My texture dies. I love the texture dies. So I started doing texture dies a couple of months ago, and I'm building on that collection. And obviously, I had to have a spider web in there. And this one, I think, has come out brilliantly.
Absolutely. It almost reminds me, you know, when the kind of frosty mornings you go out to the car and you've got the spider's webs that are hanging off the wing mirrors. Just reminds me of that. But this is a die.
Yeah.
How did you get that intricate
So
detail?
it's modelled on the stamp.
Ah, okay.
So I've modelled the actual die cut on the stamp. So being able to transfer it into the relevant things so I could have it as a die, I managed to do it well enough that it's just come out beautifully.
That's
and the size of it, so it's to fit. Obviously, it doesn't have to, but because I work with 5x7 all the time, that's the kind of length that I made it. So it just doesn't quite fit to the bottom, but you could put it which way round, and it will fit on pretty much any card base. And just trim off in little bits.
Yeah.
It's fab, though. I love it.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you like your spider's webs, then you're going to love this one as well, because we've got a lovely little stamp set, including that similar sort of idea.
Yes. So this is our eight-legged friends. I can't speak today. It's a mouthful, isn't it? I didn't think it was that bad. But this is like, so I wanted to bring a stamp because I just wanted to be able to create. So I made the spider, then I went for the spider web, and then I've got that extra. There's an extra kind of little extra bit here. That is so you can add in to the ends of where the spider webs are, if you want it to reach long enough. But also you can reach it from the spider's web down. So you can join them so they look like they're coming down. Yeah.
I love that. This is a very popular one by itself. So yeah, if you like the idea of getting hold of that one. So yeah, amazing. I love it. Nothing spider. It's kind of scary about this spider. It's got a fabulous little look to it, I think. And yeah, if you like that idea, then there you go. I can leave those details with you. Very, very busy for that one. Another one that we've got for you, touching on the die that we saw, but this time it's a stamp.
Yeah, this is a stamp. So not everybody loves dies, but I wanted people to be able to access him because I love him. He's fabulous. So I created the stamp first, and then from the stamp, the die came. And that's just how I work. So what we have here is we've got the bones, but I wanted to give you different sizes. So when you want to start building a scene, you've got different elements to work with. And so, for instance, with the pentagram star, we've got the circle that fits around it, but you can either have it together or separate. And it's 2 different sizes. You've got that kind of scribbly mark, so then you've got some different texture to work with. And then we've got some little sentiments in there, just as little extras.
Well, just because you can.
Yeah, just because you can.
And it's nice as well because it's different size to the die as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is a different size to the die. The die doesn't cut him out.
No,
they're
that's
separate.
It's quite a simple edge to it though. So if you did want to cut out,
oh God, yeah, he's easy to.
And then, of course, those fabulous candles. Oh, what an amazing die. Now, this particular one is the last of the set that we've got. And all of them, if you like everything that I've shown you, then you certainly do need to go for the bundle that we've looked at. Oh, no, I missed the boo. I missed the boo. There is one more die to share with you. That's right. So there you go. Another little stamp there, stamp set. Love that moon.
So, yeah, I wanted to... So, with this stamp set, I wanted it to be able to be used more than just Halloween. So that's why one of the sentiments is my thoughts are with you.
Yes.
So then it's not just Halloweeny, but then there's let's get lost in the dark.
Yes.
That's kind of nice. And then sometimes darkness can show you the light.
That's a lovely phrase.
Isn't it?
Sometimes you have to go for those dark moments.
And it was that phrase that actually inspired this stamp set.
Because you jot things down, don't you? You hear them. I remember you saying this last time.
Yeah, I make notes of things, and that's what inspires me. So then, when it with that particular sentiment, I was like, okay, so how could I build from that? Okay, so candles work really well. The light and the dark.
Yes,
the moon. I need to sketch a moon. I need something like that. And so it can be used for so many different reasons.
Absolutely.
I mean, Christmas, candles.
Well, this is it, yeah. And also as well, the moon there, if you've got Santa silhouettes and things like that, reindeers,
perfect.
all of those. So these are not, this is what I was trying to say, it's not just about Halloween when we're looking at these. So if you do like the idea of that one, which loads of you are doing, you can shop for those stamps just by themselves. But I did forget to mention one little die that we've got here. Well, I say little, it's not really that little. Boo.
Well, yeah, so my first sentiment die, woohoo!
Hey, congratulations!
It's funny, isn't it? Like, you get these little milestones in your business career, and mine is a sentiment die.
I love it.
I just really love the way this came out, the scriptiness of it. It's really sketchy. And I gave you, obviously, the outline so you can do the matte layer, and then you've got the actual text.
So the 2 dies that you've got in there are going to cut out the black, and then also it's going to cut out the white as well, so you can layer one on top of the other. So, or it can be whatever colour. I mean, that looks fabulous with orange, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
well,
gosh, yeah.
Background. But $5.99, I mean, that is so affordable for that. Good size die, that one. And of course, first one that you've got from our lovely Kellyanne.
There will be more, I'm sure, at some point.
Absolutely. Well, that's proven to be a very popular one as well. So there you go. If you want to get hold of that one, the details are on your screen. But if you loved everything, this is the best way to get hold of them in the bundle. Now, the bundle is giving you a discounted price, so that's something that we always love, but it's also giving you the opportunity that you can spread the cost. So when you're shopping for the individual elements, you're going to be paying actually more than you are seeing with this bundle, which won't be a surprise to you, but you're actually saving a whopping great, was it £12? £12.93 by shopping this way. So when you look at some of those elements, things like the stencils, it's like you've got the stencils.
You've either got you've either got a stencil set free basically, or a stamp set free, because they all kind of work out ish about the same. So you're getting one of those elements pretty much free.
Isn't that amazing?
And a little bit more.
I love it. And you can get really creative with these. I love this little book that you've got here. And this is really clever because we've got a little kind of surprise at the back here, which is a brilliant way of using it.
Jane's done a beautiful job.
This is amazing. Look at this. She's even, I love this idea, the ribbon there, that kind of...
I love these little kind of extra bits that you can do with your stamps and stencils.
Clever idea.
And just throughout this little booklet, there's lots of little...
Sticky notepads.
Yeah, little surprises. It's amazing.
Oh, wow. I love it. That star's a really useful one to have as well, isn't it? And I recognise some of these from previous shows that we've had.
So other stencils from the collections,
Isn't that amazing? I love it. There's the candles. They look different in that format.
Yeah. Just by changing it up a little bit.
Amazing. I love it. Fabulous little book, as you can see here. Do go back and look at the other things that we do see from Kellyanne as well. Again, that stencil's the one that we're seeing. But I wanted to show you these. What a genius idea. A little bit shrink.
Little shrinkies. Love a shrinky.
Aren't they brilliant? Look at the little charms. They are adorable. Absolutely amazing. So if you've got your shrink plastic, then create your own little shrinkers.
Yeah, they look
Brilliant idea. And also as well, if you're into your swaps and your ATCs, well, this is almost like a whole collection in its own right, isn't it? I mean, look at all of these from Jane.
She's done a beautiful job, hasn't she? Just so many different ideas. I love the different colourways. I know, it's brilliant.
That is amazing. They're all amazing. I love them. Oh, thank you so much, Shane. You make our job so much easier with all these fabulous finished samples, just showing how creative you can get with these. So, if you like the idea of getting hold of everything, $74.99 is your price, but you don't have to pay that all in one go today. You can spread the cost over 2 payments if you so choose, of £37.49. It's always worth bearing that in mind if you're shopping for the individuals as well, because sometimes the total of your basket will be close to that figure anyway. And then you'll be thinking, well, I'll get the rest maybe next month or something like that. Well, why? Why do it that way? Go for the full bundle and you're getting everything sent to you all in one go. I'm going to let you get ready for the demo, if that's okay. You guys, you really do need to be confirming your orders, especially if you are shopping for the individuals. One of the stamp sets that's looking most vulnerable is the one with the spiders on there. So do bear that in mind if that is on your wish list. If you're going for everything, you will get the spiders, you'll get the skeleton, the skull, you'll get, should I say the skull rather than skeleton, the die as well as your stamp format. And of course, you're going to get all those fabulous stencils that you'll find yourself using right the way through the year. But of course, absolutely perfect for Halloween time as well. Talking of which, I'm intrigued to see what our Kellyanne is up to. If you've got any questions that you're wanting to ask, any comments that you'd like to make, then do get in touch. You know how to get involved. Yeah, just keep checking those baskets out. Right, what are we up to?
So I thought what we'll do is we will die cut everything. Let's cut and you can see. So very simple. I'm using a big shot, just like mine at home, except for mine's black. I love my die cutting machine. So I'm going to start, I'm going to do it in black and white, so nice and simple. And we're going to start with the black elements first. So the black elements are the backing for the skull and the backing for the bone. But obviously you don't have to do it in those colours. Let me scoot that forwards for you. I'm actually going to do, because I can, I'm going to do the spider web and I'm going to do, no, not that boo, I'm going to do not the actual words. So I'm just going to pop that through. And oh God, I'm showing off my muscles now. Or the lack of them, should I say.
For any of you guys, have you noticed this amazing dress that you're wearing as well? I love the fabric that's been used for this.
So it was a collaboration. So some of you know that I design a clothing range for a steampunk company. And this was a collaboration piece that we did.
Amazing.
And I finally got my own version of it because I don't always get a piece of the clothing that I make, and I finally got one. So
perfect opportunity to wear it.
Thank you, Rob, for sending it over. Right, I've got a bit of a mess here because there are little bits from that spider's web everywhere. So I'm just going to take off all the dies and try and not catch anything.
I love this. You're going to be using some of these in your demo going forward?
Yes, we will.
Perfect.
Right, and then I've got him and him. So we've got all of our bony bits. And we've got our spider web and we've got our boo. So let's quickly put the white cardstock through. And I'm just going to push that into the bin. Don't worry, I'm not doing it on the floor. That used to be a pet peeve of mine. Pet peeve. So once again, I'm going to bring in the spider web because I love a spider web and I know that I will use it. I'm going to bring my skeleton head in, the back of the boo, and my bone. Okay, and then we'll pop that through.
You've done exactly the same dies in the white cardstock as you did in the black cardstock?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no. No, I'm doing the opposites.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Right. Yep.
Does that make sense?
You kind of got two elements, don't you?
Yes. Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
I'm hoping that hasn't just scooted. So I'm putting it through twice so I don't have to reach so far. So I'll move that over. And then we've got these all come out. There we go. Bit of a flick. And some of those middle bits, you might just have to get a roller on them because they are quite intricate. and a little pokey tool for those tiny, tiny bits.
That looks brilliant.
But
Imagine that
they
almost
do
out of
just pop out.
It's a card as well. That would look amazing.
As soon as you get a little pokey tool in there, they just pop out, as you can see. It's just they are a little bit fine, but it's so we've got that detail. Look how detailed that is.
Amazing. Wow.
Like tiny, tiny, tiny details. And that's the same, obviously, for the black. We've got the black and we've got the white, which looks fabulous. Let me get my skeleton out and let's get all this mess out of the way, because it does create a bit of a mess, doesn't it? I've got confetti for days. Pop that in there. Pop that there. There we go. I think I just scooched that, didn't I?
And of course, you were using the big shop there, but you can use it on other die cutting
Oh God,
machines,
any standard die cutting machine. Obviously, depending on the width, if you've got a tiny kind of, what's the little Tim Holtzy one? The
sidekick.
Sidekick, yeah. Or I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The sentiment die might fit through one of those. And actually the skull die might as well, actually. The skull dies will, I think, as well. It's
If you've
just
got
the
an
spider web
A5 one, then no issue at
Yes,
all.
no issues whatsoever. So let's bring in some of these.
Lovely.
There's some from earlier. I did have some prepared just in case, because that's
You
what
can
I've
never
got to
have
do.
too many, can you?
No, exactly. So then let's start building these up so you can see what it looks like. What am I doing? There it is. There it is. So I'm going to get some glue just to pop these together. So let's start with our skelly head. Let's hope my glue works, because it never seems to. My glue and my tape, whenever I'm here, it never seems to want to work.
Bless you.
It doesn't. It's very strange. It's like I'm cursed.
Oh,
I'm not really.
I think it's called air conditioning.
Yeah, definitely. So with him, I'm just going to line him up-ish, because it's not a perfect lineup, and it's not supposed to be. So you've got some of those jaggedy edges. If you see, we've got all this kind of detail of the jaggedy edges, and it's supposed to be like that.
Very in keeping with the style, I like.
Yeah, that is the style. And I know some people like it to line up properly, or not properly, but exact. But this isn't meant to be like that. This is just a bit janky.
The amount of detail, and it kind of, you've almost
I know.
got curvature with it.
I went back and forth with the die company to get it right, because I wasn't happy with some of the detail in one of them, and then like I had to change it up like 3 times. I think we went back and forth until I was like, right, I'm happy. Finally, I'm happy.
You've got to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy.
Now with the bone, I line up with this straight edge here, goes to this straight edge here on the black side, or the kind of layer, matte layer. But you don't have to use the matte layers, but I think it makes them pop really well. And
I love those kind of like little cuts that you've got in the body of the
Yeah.
actual piece as well, because it just adds that extra little bit of interest to it.
it does. And it's just like the stamp. So it is just like how kind of the stamp is as well, which is it's incredible.
And look how intricate this die is that you've cut now, the boo.
Yeah.
Even the kind of the trailing off of the font, amazing.
It does cut very nicely. Obviously, you know, use your whatever cardstock you like, but I always use a fairly decent cardstock, because some don't always cut so nice, but this cuts beautifully.
That looks incredible.
And then we've got our boo. Obviously, that could be in any colour. And then we've got, I'm just going to pop out these last couple of bits which didn't come out when I
And they're
gave it a
cut
roll.
through, it's just they're kind of...
They're cut through. It's just
the nature of it. isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah.
you just have to flick them out.
Yeah,
And it's only those couple in the middle that are, you know, just don't seem to want to leave. But
you could always
they're
snip
fine.
into that, couldn't you, if you wanted to kind of change the layout of the
Oh,
the
God,
side.
yeah.
I love the way that it's that gorgeous corner, though.
So like for me, like die cuts like this make it really easy. So I've got a pack here of backgrounds that I've made over many times of like being on shows and stuff. So it could be that I'm going to marry that up together,
Look at
or
that, perfect.
this one here, and maybe I'm going to get the skull on here, and maybe I'll get the boo on here.
See, this is where you've got a good set of components that instantly you can create amazing things. Look at that.
Like literally, that's a card already.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just by doing the dies.
Or it could be the front of a gift bag.
Yes.
You're doing your trick or treat bags and
Yes.
things like that.
I mean, if you look behind me, Jane has made this fabulous
look at
bunting,
bunting.
which is just brilliant.
I
Right
love
out
it.
of the way. How very
That
clever.
is so cool.
Very clever.
That is brilliant. Love the crossbones on there. As the cards as well, amazing. Wonderful. And scenes that have been built up with those fabulous trees as well. Because don't forget, if you're going for the complete collection that we've been chatting about, you've got all the different components to build together. Thank you, Kelly. I'm really enjoying
Thank you.
that. What an amazing collection. Now, it's no wonder that so many of you confirmed your orders on this one already, but I'm going to go through all of the different components just so you know exactly what you're getting. You're actually going to get 6 stencils. You're also going to get your 3 die sets and your 3 stamp sets, giving you a whole host of different components that all work together, but equally so will work individually. And as you've looked at many of those, there's elements in there that you'll be using all year round. So please don't just think you're only going to be using this for Halloween. You're going to be using them for all sorts of different occasions, especially those stencils, loads of different stars that are in them. But lots of you have been shopping for different pieces of those. So some of them are looking a little bit more vulnerable, so we better kind of address that to start with. So shall we start with that amazing spider web? Because that is an incredibly dramatic area, I think, for us to start with. And this, don't forget, there are certain kind of spidery superheroes out there as well.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So again, it could be certain birthday cards that you're creating.
Definitely.
Your superheroes. This particular one, if you're liking the idea of getting hold of this one, 20% of the stock has gone. And at $10.99, a very affordable element and a good sized die. When I bring it in there, I mean, you can see that's a huge die, isn't it?
It is.
Really
So
big.
I think it's just under 5 by 7. So it could fit basically on the 5 by 7 like area that I create when I'm doing a card.
And I like it as well when I twisted the card around to show whether it's portrait
Yeah,
or
it looks great
landscape.
any
Yeah.
way you do it. So it could be upside down, it could be up top. Literally, you can orient it anyway.
Absolutely. And I'm thinking as well, it could almost be a pocket if you're just kind of securing at certain points. You could use it as a pocket, couldn't you, if you wanted to.
Especially if you're a journaler.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's $10.99, incredibly affordable and incredibly popular as well. So if you like the idea of that one, well, you better take those details on your screen, pop them into your basket, but confirm your order as soon as you possibly can. So, yeah, I'm going to leave those details with you. Another one that's proven to be very popular is the stamp. Now, the stamp with the spider's web and our little kind of 8-legged friend. This one's a popular one as well, so maybe stamps are your things. Third of the stock of this one has gone, and of course this is where you are going to get those kind of little spooky sentiments too.
Yes, yeah. So that's where you get the typical kind of happy Halloween and have a spooky day.
I love that, and I love the different types of fonts that you've got in there as well. So perfect for your sentiments, nice to build up for backgrounds as well. And of course you've got your 2 8-legged friends there, different sizes, and also you've kind of got that little connector there, so you can kind of use that to build up that kind of spidery trail if you wanted to. So $10.99, very, very affordable. The skeleton head, I love it. What did you call him? What was his name?
Skull and Bone.
Skull and Bone.
Yeah, he's Skull and Bone.
Okay.
And then the stamp set is Skull and Bones because there's 2 bones.
Oh, fair enough. There we go.
I was very creative with the names, wasn't I? Sorry, guys.
Now, just to mention that the dies and the stamps are different sizes as well, so it's not going to be a case of they cut each other out, but I love the different style that you get with these.
Yeah.
The detail, amazing. I mean, Kelly, you really have pushed these to the limits.
When I designed him, I just got, you know, when you do something and you just get excited, I just got very excited and I was just like, oh my God, I just love him. So I think I might have to create some kind of screen printing so I can put it on a T-shirt or a jumper.
Yeah.
So I will do that for myself at some point.
But it's funny because looking at this show after the one that we had with Hazel with the gel plates, so many of these, I'm thinking, they look, especially the spider web, look amazing on a gel plate. So if you fancy the idea of getting hold of that one, I've got to show you this finished sample there, which has really been glammed up. Amazing. Really good fun to have with those. Also, you've got your stamped version of your skull and bones, as you can see. Not just the skulls and bones, though. You've also got your stars, as you can see. And what did you call these?
Pentagon.
Pentagons, that was it, because it's 5 sides, isn't
Yeah.
it? So you've got your large and your small, as you can see there. You've also got that outer circle to work with those, so they will sit within there. And that really good sizes when you're working with those. A lot of content for your $10.99 on that one, I think.
Yeah, I do try and fit as much as I can on a stamp set. Every single one I do, I try and cram on as much as I can.
Yeah. It's very effective. They do look good in those circles, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do, don't they? So
Yeah.
if you're a bit witchy,
Yeah.
that's where that comes from.
Absolutely.
So you've got that kind of witchy vibe to it.
Definitely, and again, another one that you'd be using all year round. So $10.99 if you're wanting to get hold of that particular set. Scribble in there and everything. They're just really useful to have within your stash. Then, of course, the candles. Now, the candle's perfect to use all year round, as we saw. It could be that you're going for the spooky element. It could be, as you say, if you've got certain people that are into a certain wizardy range of books, shall we say?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Appearing. Also, as well, there's certain kind of cartoony films as well that you saw the candelabras coming to life and things like that. So you've got all the different kind of candles there. I love the moon as well. Just think that's a lovely one to use at Christmas time and all year.
Yeah. A moon is very versatile.
Absolutely, yeah. Very ethereal as well, isn't it? So, yeah. Again, $10.99. Third of the stock has gone off that one, so loads of you going for that one as well. Then, of course, the boo. How fine detail is that die? I can't get over this. I really can't. Because it does look as if you stamped that.
Well, so I wanted, with that kind of scripty writing, I wanted it to look like somebody may have written it themselves.
Yes, yeah.
And that's, you know, when it comes to stamps, quite often, with all of the fonts or the scripty fonts I use, it is because I want it to look like you've written that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really, like, special.
I think you've achieved it. And the fact that we can get that to us for just $5.99, I think is amazing. If you've already shopped with us today, then that's one worth popping into your basket because your post and packing's already taken care of. Make sure you combine your order, and then that means that everything is coming to you under your one P&P. But then the stencils. Now, the stencils, you get a trio. So, hold on, let's start in the right order. Did it exactly the same. I went from the highest number down, but we won't. We'll do them in order. We're going to go 18, 19 and 20. Nothing Halloweeny about these, but they work with everything as well.
They do. So I use a lot of industrial style imagery, and actually having those kind of very industrial numbers and letters and you know, a bit of tire print is just a bit more grungy.
Yep.
And it's so you can add those different layers, because when you're doing stencil layering, you want to get different images in the background, and you want it to be seen but not seen.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's the sort of thing that when you look at something the third or fourth time, you still want to be seeing new things.
You're
that
like,
you didn't notice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And that's where those layers come into play. So, yeah, $10.99. Again, brilliant value for money. If you have shopped for stencils before from Kellyanne, you'll know that they come in a pack of 3. So if you're looking at them and thinking, oh, I want to get the tyre track, can I get that one on itself? No, but at $10.99, yeah, go for all 3 of them, because that's brilliant value for money. They come with a little storage hole in the corner, so you can put them all onto a little ring binder. Not a ring binder.
Binding ring.
Binding ring, that's it. All the right words, just not necessarily in the right order. And then the other set that we've got, which I think is incredible, not only just for Halloween, I just think that particular one is such a useful stencil to have.
It was really fun. I remember when I was like creating it, I was like, I really want it to look a bit like mummy, like a mummy's been wrapped.
Yeah.
And I want you to be able to use it in different ways, but it is just fun. It's just fun.
I love it. Again, you can get your trio of stencils. You can get that little hole in there for your ring binder. And at $10.99, lots of you shopping for those. Now, of course, Kellyanne has been inspirational in this show. But you know what? You can take that inspiration back with you, because you have got an incredible book. No, hold on. I picked up the wrong one, haven't I? Is this the one?
Are you after the Log It books?
Oh, is it the Log It
That's
book?
the technique.
No, that's the technique. It is the right one.
Yeah.
All of that ideas, all those inspiration, all put in a book.
Yes. So what I did a few years back is I compiled the most asked things as a demonstrator I was asked. So what ink does what, and what is collaging, and what's the difference between different stamps. And so basically what I did is I done a beginner's guide to stamps and stenciling, with other information about different cardstocks and like why we use mixed media or why we use watercolour cardstock. And then throughout the book, there are several different techniques for you to try out yourself.
Okay.
And I give examples, and then you have your own Log It journaling pages. So then you can add your projects into that book as your first Log It book. So you can then start that journey of creating your projects, keeping a log of what you've used to create them.
Now, that is kind of the back part of the book, so you've got a little bit of that to get started with, but you will want to go for some of the additional books that we've got that you can literally fill with all your own ideas. Now, $11.99, so this is where you're going to get the ideas, the inspiration, the knowledge shared from Kellyanne, so that's definitely one to add into your basket. But can I introduce this to you? So this one is your card journaling. Now, we've got two different variations, so two different covers, if you will, but the contents between the covers are exactly the same.
Exactly the same. So the ones that you've got are the ones that I have filled myself for all the shows, but obviously yours will come empty.
So what's the idea behind this?
So the idea of this is to create a project and then take a copy of it, either a photocopy of a photograph, stick it into your book, and then beside it, write down the stamps and stencils, the inks and mediums, the cardstock, any other notes or techniques you've done. If you want to make a note of the layout, because just say you're doing some of the card making competitions where they do layout challenges and stuff, and you want to remember one, you can sketch that down in the little box at the bottom. So there's lots of different ways you can log what you are creating, and the reason I done that is because I am so forgetful, and I love Tim Holtz inks, but I have got 4 or 5 or plus blues. Do I know what blue I used on that project?
Yes, yeah.
Not a clue.
Well, you do now.
But I do because I wrote it down.
I love it. So yours will come completely empty, ready for all of your ideas. So here you go. This is what you will receive with that lovely watercolour cover. You've got a little bit of an intro there as well from Kellyanne and how it's going to work. And there you go. Those are your blank pages ready for you to fill with all your creative ideas, which I love the ideas.
You can fit 30 projects in there.
Wow, gosh, that's a lot. Yeah, that is brilliant.
But I mean, I've filled quite a few so far.
Well, I should imagine they go into volumes.
Yeah. I'm going to have to start creating some more covers, so I've got some different choices. Now,
this one is another variation. So the covers, again, are varied because you might have different styles.
Well, that's it. It's like, for me, I really like the white water. A lot of people really like the watercolour. And that's absolutely fine because when it comes to a notepad, we all have different tastes. So I wanted to be able to cater to more people.
Absolutely, and it just makes it a nice, easy way for you to actually get, I love that idea, get maybe a theme going. So you could have one for more stamping, one more for die cutting, one maybe with your gel plate. There's all ways that you can use those. So if you are shopping for that one, yours will come with the blank pages in there, ready for you to log it. $7.99, that's all that you're paying again. And again, you've got 30 projects in there?
Yeah, you can fit 30 projects in there.
Love it. There you go. So there you go. If you like the idea of getting hold of that one, I'm going to leave those details with you. Now, give us some ideas and inspiration to fill this with. Let's come over to you for a demo.
So I am going to take a project from my book, but I'm going to take it, but I've made some notes because I want to change it up slightly. So, and that's why I have these books, is because I can take a project and go, I really liked how I did this, but maybe I want to use some different colours, or maybe I want to add in some stenciling or some stamping into it, so I can. So we're going to do that. So I'm on my book 3, and I've gone to page 21, and I've got up the project that I'm going to do, and we're going to start creating.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to need for this project, looking at my notes, is I'm going to need my 8-legged friends. I'm going to need my skull and bone die, which I've got one cut here already, thankfully. And then, so I decided to change up the colours. So I need carved pumpkin, and I need one of the purples, which I have ready. So I now have pretty much everything I need to create this project, which is beautiful.
I love it.
Isn't it? So look, here's my little notes to myself. So with this one, so this is the project, but actually I decided I want to add some white embossing on it.
Okay.
I wanted to add another layer with some stenciling. So what we'll do is we'll do that first, and then we shall do some stamping. Wonderful. So I'm going to just move my book over to one side so I can see it and I can work alongside my project. So now I'm going to use one of the stencils, and I think I'm going to use the numbers for this. I think I'm going to use some numbers.
Okay.
So here is the binding ring like we just spoke about. So then I just have them to hand, and I can hang them up by my workstation. I like doing that. So what I have done in advance, just so we don't have to wait for too long, is I've already gone and I've used some sprays. So I've used oxide sprays. Not oxide, I have used, what have I used? I didn't have them out. I have used lovely purple and carved pumpkin.
They look good together.
I can't read what that is. That's my dyslexia showing, so apologies.
I can't see them over here. Let me have a little look.
So I've used those two to create
wilted violet.
That's it, wilted violet.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody can read here. So they're the two colours that I've used to create this background, a bit of spraying, then a bit of dabbing off, then it's dry. I've left it to dry. So let's not do the spraying part so I don't have to make a mess. But with my stencils, I always spray on a repositionable adhesive on the back.
Okay, yeah.
I always do that just because I find I get best impressions, and also it just... I don't know, it just makes me feel a bit better that it's kind of stuck down in place where I want it to be.
If it works for you, then that's
exactly.
it.
So you don't have to do that. But sometimes when you've got little bits that kind of stick up and...
Yeah, that's a good point, actually,
And they get a bit patchy.
Yep.
So I'm going to use an embossing dauber, which is like embossing ink, but in a dauber.
Okay, right.
So it doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm just going to spread this around in a few places.
So you're adding texture and layers.
So I'm adding this texture and layer, and we're going to add some white embossing powder on the top of it, depending where I put it.
I've seen these daubers before.
Oh, have you not? This is a distressed one. This is great. I've had this one for a while. It smells amazing. It really does.
Need a bit of smelly vision.
I'll let you smell it in a minute. It's like, oh, aniseed.
Oh, okay.
It smells like aniseed. So I've made a nice impression. I don't need too much. And I'm just going to do a little bit there and a tiny bit there, just so we've got it through. You won't see it on there because it's a clear ink.
Okay.
But we'll pop that to one side. We'll get me box. The box. So I put most, not all, but most of my embossing powders, especially the ones that I use the most, I put in my little pot.
Ah, clever.
And
look at that reveal.
Let's give it a little tap. I do end up getting this stuff everywhere.
That's a good tip.
There we go.
I think a few people will be pinching that idea.
Yeah, I know. They're like, my son uses these boxes, not obviously these ones, for his sandwiches for school.
Yes, yeah.
And I was just like, that's the perfect size. Mummy's just got to borrow one of those. Because it came in a pack of 3.
Oh,
and,
he's only got 2 now then.
No, he's only got 1 now.
Oh, fair enough.
So I'm just going to let my heat tool get to the hottest that it can before I take it to my cardstock. The reason being so I can prevent as much warping on the card as possible. But I love embossing. Have I just put clear?
Isn't it?
I think I've just put clear, not white on it. Oh, well.
Oh, okay. But we'll still see it because it'll have that glossiness, won't it?
It will. I just picked up the wrong one.
Oh, bless you.
That's just typical me, though.
But it still had that interest. It's just going to be...
It will. And when I add a bit more ink to it, because we're going to do a little bit of inking on top, it should show through.
So it'll almost act like a resist then, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's kind of like the crafty god steering us in a different direction.
Me, I should remember that the white is not in a box and the clear is. That's just me. I'm a nightmare, I really am.
Don't worry.
But it's lovely and shiny.
But it happens at home, doesn't it? But I suppose when you kind of twist it, you'll be able to see, yeah, you can see the shine.
That's really cool.
There, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some of my daubers to start with. And what we'll do is we'll just go over that a little bit so we can get it to pop.
See, look at that.
Get little bits of it to pop. So I'll try and keep it in its colours. So purple and orange. If I just go over it a little bit more, we can just get some of those to pop a little bit more. And then you've just got that hint. But that's the idea with stencils, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of almost
to get that
little...
little...
It's not the main focal point.
No, get that little hint of it. Little hint. So now I'm going to quickly bring in my little stamping tool.
Okay.
And we'll do a little bit of stamping.
Lovely.
Because we want some of our spider webs on this. So in the original project, we got spider webs and it was different colours. And it was a smaller version. So this is where actually, I've taken that idea. I really like that, but how can I change it up?
Yeah.
As we're talking about this stuff, I'll let you know, full angel policy, I'm happy for you to make and sell your projects. Finished projects, you can make it for your own profit or you can make it for charities. Absolutely happy for you to do that. Not a problem.
And I love the size of the panel that you're working on because you know the treat bags, you know, almost like those little pre-made bags that you can buy.
Oh, yeah, like the little paper bags. Yeah.
Like craft paper and things like that they're made out of. Almost like little lunch bags, aren't they? Well, this would be perfect as a panel. Or the kids could get involved with these as well.
Yeah, exactly. Get the kids involved. Get them having a good play because, I mean, we love Halloween.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to do the same kind of layout, but we will go back in to join up any of these bits that don't quite fit.
Oh, okay.
With my little extra. The little extra. So I'm just using a hickory smoke. So I'm using a light grey because if I use black, it will be a bit in your face.
Right.
So that I wanted it to kind of fade into the background, but be there but not.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Be
there but not.
Kind of draws you in though, doesn't it, to look at the layers that are in there.
Well, that's it, is I really like kind of looking at...
It's almost like when you look at something that's got a watermark, it's there, but yeah.
You have to look a little bit deeper to find it. I love that. So let's bring this one in and I will just use a stamping block for this one so I can see what I'm doing.
So this is kind of the
this is the little extra bit. This is the little extra bit. So I'm going to just pick up some ink and then I'm just going to add that line in. So then
clever.
Then you can see, like you can add it. So I mean, for me, it annoys me that it didn't reach. So I can make it reach, which is beautiful.
Well, the thing is, if you'd made it bigger, it would be too big for certain things.
Yes.
So at least it gives you the option now by having
exactly.
that. Yeah.
So if I want to, I could put in a spider here, which I didn't last time. So what I'll do is I'll stick a line there.
Okay.
And then let's pick up this little spider, and he can be tucked away.
And you've got your two different sizes of your spider, so it could be whether it's in the foreground or one could be in the background and another one could be in the foreground.
And he's just kind of there, slightly in the background, hiding away. If we wanted to, you know, if we wanted more layers, we could be bringing this in, but we won't for this. Now, I've got my skelly bones.
Nice.
He's going to go on there, but I am just going to use a sponge dauber. Have I got my grey one? This is my sponge daubers there.
Very organised.
Well, sometimes I appear to be organised.
I like that.
And I'm not going to put any more ink on it. I'm just going to take it around that.
Just to take a little bit of that kind of
because it's like quite white, but I also want to give it a little bit of depth. But that's all you need to take that kind of bright white away. Yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And now the only thing we need to do is our sentiment.
Okay.
Now, where did I put that little bit of cardstock?
Now you've got choices when you go for the bundle because you've got the stamped versions or you have got the die, haven't you, that you cut out earlier on, the boo.
The boo. Oh, I know where it was. Sorry, I had a little bit of cardstock and I was like, I know I've put it somewhere. And there's where I put it. Look, we've got a nice bit there. We can chippity chop it down to fit. So we'll just get that onto the block.
And which sentiment have you chosen?
I've chosen Happy Halloween, but we could do the other one. Now let's stick with Happy Halloween.
I like the type font that you've used on this one.
I love like vintage typewriters.
Yes, yeah.
I have what is it called? A Underwood, and it's about 100 years old.
Oh, right.
So it's a travel typewriter, and it's beautiful. It needs a little bit of reconditioning.
Oh no, leave it as it is.
Well, no, so some of it works.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I can use it.
Oh, right.
But
that makes sense. Yeah.
It's fabulous. It really is fabulous. I love an old typewriter. I was very chuffed when I got it. We went past this. There's a shop in Worthing, which is up the road from us, and it sells all weird and wonderful stuff. And they had this display of vintage typewriters in the window, which made me go, Bob, we've got to stop. We've got to go in there. I need to go in there. And we did, and the guy was like, oh, well, it's actually just a display. I wasn't actually looking to sell any of them. I was just like, but I really, really need one. And in the end, he was like, okay, let me have a look at it. And he decided he would sell me one. So I was over the moon.
Apparently, I think it's Tom Hanks that collects typewriters.
Oh, does he?
If I remember rightly, yeah.
Does he?
And here you go. There's a bit of trivia for you. What's the longest word that you can type using the long, the top row of a QWERTY keyboard?
Oh, no idea.
Typewriter.
Oh, really? Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm full of useless information.
No, it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. So today I didn't bring tape pens because every single time they die on me.
Okay.
So I have double-sided tape with me.
Your trusty tape.
I've got my trusty tape because that's not going to run out on me. Well, it might do, but hopefully not. So I'm just going to line up my black background and my
That's
piece.
perfect for the background, isn't it? That little edge.
Love it. Love it. Bit more on here so we can add the project together. But
And it's lovely because if you've gone for the bundle, you've got all the components.
You've got all the
within that,
components.
haven't you, to make
So
what you've done.
all of my samples, which are dotted around, and we've seen some of them, there will be a YouTube video of all of them because I create them and film them while I do it.
So where do we find
You
these
find
videos?
me, Crafty Kellyanne Jordan, on YouTube, on Facebook, Crafty Kelly on my website, which has all of the kind of details. Also, all of that information is on the back of every packaging.
Oh,
so
perfect.
you can find me
We
very
can track you
easily.
down.
You can track me down. I do weekly lives where I talk absolute nonsense.
They're the best
and
type.
it's great fun. It's great fun. So yeah, there's always tons of inspiration for you
That's what we look for, yeah.
Well, this is it. It's just so much fun. So each day for the next 10 days or so, maybe, no, 9 days, I think there should be a video coming out every day.
Oh, wow.
So-
That's a busy lady.
Lots for you to see, lots for you to be inspired by. Because that's the idea. I create these things because I'm inspired and I want to inspire you guys to create and, you know. I mean, crafting's like so mindful. It's my happy place.
Absolutely.
It really is.
I don't know why, I've got a hankering to put a Santa hat on this.
Oh,
and like
okay.
A bar humbug.
I can do that. I brought one with me.
Have you really?
So we were talking about
honestly-
this in the live, and I had an old punch
Okay.
that made Santa's hats.
Brilliant. See, because we all know somebody that's very happy about Christmas. I love it. That
So
is
yes,
brilliant.
I was mucking around on the live, and I said, "Oh, I've got this punch," and I was like, "Oh!" And one of the guys who watches, Rob, was just like, "You must take that to the show." I was just like, "I will."
There you go,
So
Rob.
I mean, it can be for Christmas too.
Absolutely. Kellyanne, that's fabulous. Really enjoyed that again. Love it.
pop
So
that
there you
there.
can go with the gallery there of the other cards that Kellyanne's brought with her. And I love that. I love that background, how you got the subtlety of it. But equally, if you wanted to use the die, as we can see on the next card, you could have used that to
Oh,
make it more
100%.
dramatic as well, yeah. They're beautiful. Every single one of these cards is incredible. And of course, the beauty is, if you're going for the complete collection, then you're going to be able to create anything that you have seen on the show. Now, within the complete collection, you're going to get all the stamps, you're going to get all of the phrases, the sentiments. You're also going to get the dies as well, and the stencils as well. And the stencils have been used in the backdrop, as you can see, with this lovely card that's been created here by Jane. It could be that you're adding your own kind of sketchy detail. I like that.
Oh,
idea.
100%. Yeah. You go wild. I love sketching extra items onto my projects.
Nice, and I love that way you've kind of got the drama of the moon there as well. Of course, as we saw Kellyanne using that additional die, it gives you the scope to kind of change the original, not the die, sorry, the stamp. Gives you the scope to actually change the original stamp as well.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why I've added those extra elements in, so then you can really just be creative with what you're doing.
I love this, and there you go. Have a look at that, your spider family, if you will.
Yeah.
This is a good one as well, and it shows you that many of those elements that we've got, you don't just need to use them around Halloween time.
No, that's it. And like with that particular stamp set, it's not all geared up for Halloween. It is let's get lost in the dark.
Yeah.
Sometimes the darkness can show you the light.
I think
Thinking
that's
of you.
Such a lovely phrase, yeah. That
Yeah.
is. And I love this one. This is a cool dude, isn't it? And it's utilising one of the dyes that we saw last time you visited
Yeah,
us.
so that's the brick texture dye that we had last month. And actually the glasses that are on there are from the vintage collection, one of the stamps. So Jane's gone all out. It's amazing.
Well, this is the thing, and if you are following Crafty as a Fox and our lovely Kellyanne, you'll have all of these in your stash. So do go back and have a look at those other elements that you've got, because they all do really come together. And I have to say, those stencils are brilliant. I love that. It's almost like you're going into that depth.
It's very clever what Jane's done there, with the kind of layer in it, then smoothing it over slightly, another colour on top.
Effective.
Love it.
Very, very effective. And of course, it's all in that complete bundle. Now, you have got the opportunity to shop for the individuals, and some of you have done that, and that's fine. But the biggest saving, where you're saving over £12, so it's almost like one of those elements is coming to you free of charge, is when you go for the bundle. Now, the bundle can come to you over 2 split pays if you choose, so you can spread that cost if you're wanting to, or you can go for it all in one go at £74.99, but £37.49 is your split pay. Now, do make sure you confirm your orders. We're going to head into a break in a few moments, but I do need to find out when you're back on our screens, Kellyanne.
Do you know what? I'm not sure. I was asked to do a show at the end of November. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do. And December's tricky because my son's having an operation. So I'm not sure.
Well, hopefully we will see you.
Yes, you'll see me
sooner
soon
rather
at some point.
Perfect. Okay, and I hope it all goes well.
Oh, thank you.
Back at home. You guys, I will see you sooner than that, though, because I'll see you straight after the break with Anne-Marie, who I didn't think was going to turn up for this. Oh, I'm so good.